do. Now, amongst my own experience, my own junctures, no, I got the key ring. I got the keys to those doors in front of me. But you have the keys to the doors in front of you, and you alone. No one else has your keys. We may resonate. We have joint discussions about principles when it comes to experiencing life in the physical body, or at least the configuration here on earth. But once again, even with that, there's specific sets of skeleton keys that only you have. I can talk about the experience, but you have the keys to your experiences. I don't. Let's be clear. There are principles that we share as far as the configuration and the way that the energy works. But as far as when it comes to your holographic unfoldment, you have those keys. I don't. You do. And of course, I cannot do the healing for you either. Take your own advice. When you listen to your own heart, you have all of the wisdom of the universe. That is a true statement. That is a true statement. That is an absolutely true statement. Now, when you listen to others, yes, they have opinions, perspectives, and sometimes even agendas. Now, of course, we've all experienced similar experience than many. It's just that our narrative, our story is unique to us. And of course, it's only us who has the keys to those experiences. The most important thing is our resonance. The resonance we share has everything to do with the broad spectrum of the way in which the hologram works. However, the nature of our individual experience, it's a fragrance, it's a holographic essence, it's a resonance. The harmonic essence of our individual being, our expression, who we are as a soul, that's unique to us as individuals. Always listen to your heart, beloved. Let the guidance, let the wisdom spring forth from that which is within you, within the silence, within that knowing, the time that you spend with yourself, the time that you spend in silence. Most definitely, of course, the holographic experience itself, the nature of your story itself, was meant to trigger you in a specific way. In specific ways, those triggers allow the insight within you to be brought forth. Within you, the nature of these experiences or unfoldments or mishaps and misplacements, or the things you may have missed, or the bus you might not have caught, or what have you. All of these things were meant to inspire you, trigger you, to bring forth that insight, to bring forth that knowing. It's all your story, beloved. Your story is magical. It's written exactly for you. Keys open doors. You're presented with keys each and every day. Catalyst, absolutely. And we continue to ask, are you paying attention? Very simple. We ask that on here more than anything. Are you paying attention? Because the story's for you. The triggers are for you to bring forth these keys. There we go. Agents of change. Absolutely. All of them. And we realize, we've recognized that God is talking to you every day. God is talking to you specifically every day. What you think he's saying? What you think she's saying? It's asking you to respond. They're not asking you to respond repeatedly. No, you can react, but I'm truly asking you to respond from a grounded sense of presence, to be able to make decisions. Of course, reactions may be necessary from time to time. And this has everything to do with what you may call instinct. The things that are beyond analysis. If something takes place in a lightning fast succession, there would be no time for you to stop and consider and philosophize about what to do now. No. Reactions, natural reactions take place from within. The emotional body reacts. Like, no, we doing this because this is urgent and there's no time to stop and consider and weigh the pros and cons. No, we got to move. But most of our day is occupied with opportunities to respond like a conscious being, like there's emotional maturity there. There's no filter when the heart space is involved. When you're truly existing in the heart space, there's no filter. The intelligence is already aware. The higher self knew it was going to happen before it actually even happened. Of course, your angelic guides knew it was going to take place before it happened as well. Guiding you throughout the day, inspiring you with ideas throughout the day to prepare for that which you aren't aware of. That is the work of your angelic guardians, continuing to inspire and prepare you for things that you aren't aware of unfolding at present. Constantly going on. But of course, the more conscious you are, the more you're aware of this preparation. Sometimes you have to stop, be quiet and listen. Not for the words, but for the feelings. Once again, the emotional body is connected directly with the higher self and of your angelic guardians. The emotional body, not the talking in your head, the emotional body is connected to these higher forms of intelligence. So no, it won't sound like dialogue mentally. More like it'll feel like something you need to do, something that you need to look at, something that you need to be aware of. It will feel like this is necessary for me to focus on. Many of us continue to feel as if the higher self will talk to you in your head and say, yeah, you should probably do this, dog. Like, come on. The higher self speaks directly with the emotional body through frequency. That's why those that are the most sensitive amongst us are so powerful, because we have such a strong and vital connection with that line of communication. Some of us may still view our sensitivity as a weakness and speak of it in such. Like, well, I'm sensitive, I'm too weak, I'm too sensitive to be over here with these people, I'm too sensitive to be around y'all, and feel as if your sensitivity somehow is aligned with being frail. As if you're too weak. I'm sensitive, I'm too weak to be around these people or be around y'all. I can't be around this type of energy. I'm sensitive, as if that's a synonym for being weak. Come on, beloved. Come on. Programming of the dark has led you to feel that your sensitivity has something to do with you being weak. That simply implies that I'm more connected to that which is unseen, and I have access to more information about the present moment. That's what sensitivity is referring to. I'm receiving more information. I'm receiving data, a lot of data from the hologram. No, I'm aware. I'm not susceptible to manipulation. I'm highly aware of the things taking place. No doubt, it can be overwhelming to one who operates from the ego mind identity. Of course, it can be overwhelming to a soul who's operating from the ego mind identity, because there's a constant stream of dialogue and doubt, ignorance, and fear as to all of the experience, also the depth of emotion that they feel, the amount of data that they're receiving. There's an overload. When one is immature, with the level of sensitivity they have access to, it can be intimidating. We can allow the ignorance of fear to overtake us when we're being presented with all of these sources of information. Oh, I'm sensitive. I need to get away. I need to run. I'm too sensitive for my experience right now, life on earth, to be around humans as if you're a victim here. Let's end the rhetoric of feeling that our sensitivity somehow makes us weak, or that we're too frail to exist on earth. We're too frail to be amongst our own reflections. We can't handle that level of intensity as if, because I'm sensitive, I'm weak. No, I'm just more aware of God. Now, healing is necessary to align and acknowledge the depth of power you have access to when you're sensitive. To acclimate to life being so transparent around you, but that's more of a matter of perspective. Often people associate being sensitive to victimhood. No. Because you're receiving more information, or you acknowledge the unseen things going on around you, the receptors. You feel as if it's too much for you, it's an overload, or life is doing this to you. Because that's the perspective most of those who I've connected with, and they feel as if, well, I'm too sensitive for this stuff, and they sink their shoulders in as if this represents some type of weakness, and they can't handle the experiences being presented. They can't handle all the emotions and thought patterns that are being presented. Nah, beloved, come on, like, there's work to be done. Grounding work needs to be done. This is simply the perspective of the ego mind identity, because we feel like, well, I'm receiving too much information. It's a stimuli overload, and I need to retreat. This is too much for me. No, it's not the nature of sensitivity. Sensitivity is a strength. It's reflective of your maturity. It's reflective of your depth of connection with God, with the divine. Nah, me and God like this. I feel everything. I'm receiving all the info. Now, the info is being presented to me. Why? Because it's necessary for me to acknowledge my alignment of perception. Is it their energy or my energy? That's the question. Is it their energy or my energy? When it's their energy, I feel as if, or a person, of course, is going to project, I'm feeling y'all energy too much and all y'all stuff, and it's too much for me feeling all y'all energy. This is too much, y'all too intense. I need to go in the house. I don't like being around a bunch of people. All y'all energy is affecting me. I'm too sensitive to be around y'all. This is obviously statements based in separation. This is obviously a perspective of someone who doesn't recognize that they're experiencing themselves, that they are the creator, that they are the author of this story. All of these people are around them and being presented to them because they wrote them in the story. They're supposed to be there. They're assisting. They're serving you right now. All of these people that you're trying to get away from. No, I need to get away from all these energy vampires and all these people. And it's like, you might as well be scratching your neck and scratching yourself like you got the fleas or something. No, what do you mean, these people? As if they're a disease. You're experiencing yourself. This is your energy field. The first step in spiritual maturity is personal responsibility. As you awaken, the first step of awakening is acknowledging that you are the foundation of everything that you're seeing. You are God. No such thing as these people and they, all their emotions and all their stuff in my plate and in my life. All these people doing all this stuff to me. I'm too sensitive to be around y'all. I need to get away from y'all. Y'all negative people and X, Y, Z. Like, just stop. Breathe. Just step back for a second. You've harnessed the whatever spiritual information that you've received and processed and feeling as if, okay, there are dirty spirits around me that I need to get away from, and I need a spiritual cleanse because I'm trying to free myself, and these are diseases around me. I'm awakened and y'all sleep. I need to get away from y'all. This is insanity. This is the nature of insanity. This is the healing work that's totally necessary in order to establish a sense of personal responsibility. These are the ideas that need to be detached from to make great advancement.